Art advice and the path to improvement can be so confusing, and sometimes, honestly, almost contradictory. For example, you shouldn't worry about mistakes and draw for fun. However, isn't it also important that you analyze your drawings to see where you went wrong so you can improve? Well, some say that you should draw every day, and it's a great thing if you can pull it off. However, on the other hand, is it not important to take breaks so you don't overdo it and avoid burnout? Should you only use basic tools to improve your skills, or should you be experimenting with different types of tools to find what you're really interested in? Should you draw from life? Well, when should you start drawing from imagination? Which fundamentals should you be focusing on first? You're probably practicing the wrong one, right? No matter what you do, it seems like everyone always knows exactly what you can do and what you need to do in order to improve faster. Even people who don't do art will look at your art and have opinions on what you can do to improve. And what's even more heartbreaking, you can even look at your own work and know what you can do to improve. And yet, every time you pick up your art tools, it still doesn't work. You fix one mistake and another problem pops up in its place. Why is art advice so simple and yet so confusing? And why is it so simple and yet so difficult to put into practice? This is because there is a secret that is quite well known, but not talked about nearly enough for how important it is. Hi, I'm Vincent, and I've been documenting my journey here for the past few years. And in my time learning to draw, I've watched quite a number of videos about good art tips, bad art tips, art tip debunks. It's crazy. To make things even more confusing for the beginner artists, there are so many videos and courses all promising to make you amazing. They charm you with the teacher's finished project, which looks absolutely amazing. It's just the thing you want to accomplish, and then they have their most successful students, the top 5 out of the hundreds or thousands who have gone through their course, and post their projects as a testament of what their course can do for you. And then it happens. You sign up for a course, and it doesn't work. You watch everyone around you get better and better, and you remain stuck. Or at least so it seems. What are you really supposed to make of all of this? Here is the secret. The only thing that matters, the only thing that matters, is how long and consistently you keep drawing and how long and consistently you keep trying to get better. Everything else should serve that one goal. Yes, okay, teachers and courses matter, but the best courses are the one that finds a way to keep you motivated enough to keep doing the exercises and to get you to actually finish the final project. The best teachers, and the best teacher for you, is the one that will find a way to keep you drawing all the way through all those fundamental drills that you will be doing. And here's the tricky part. What motivates you differs from person to person. It is not the same for everyone. That is why you may take a course that everyone seemingly raves about, but you still can't finish it, and it doesn't seem to make much of a difference for your drawing skills. You can take a course that has the highest rating, and at the end of it, you're not any better because you did not fully engage with the course and just did the bare minimum. Or let's be real, you probably did less than the bare minimum. And this remains the dark secret because it's not an eye-catching thing to say, and it doesn't get the clicks, and we want the clicks. Nobody wants to hear it's going to take you a long time. You're going to have to draw a lot of bad drawings that you're not happy with, and as you get better, you still won't be that excited about most of the work you do. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that you'll look back at some of your old sketchbooks and think that what you used to do back then looked kind of cool compared to the stuff you do now. And that you will have this fear that maybe you've lost some of your skill. Nobody wants to hear that. Learning art is really difficult. And so we don't want to talk about how difficult it is. We prefer to make people believe it's easy. We want to have titles like Learn to Draw Hands in 30 Days. Learn to draw almost anything just using 5 simple shapes. This is what we want to hear. And this is what we click on. All you have to do is draw boxes, and then you're going to be amazing. It doesn't work that way. We are feeding ourselves garbage and setting ourselves up for failure. Learning boxes will not make you a great artist, just like learning scales and chords will not make you a great musician. And yet, if you are a great musician, you likely know your scales and chords. But the reverse is not true. So what is missing? It's the years of practice. The years of trying and consistently failing. Whoa, yeah. Consistently failing until something clicks. And then you do it again, consistently fail, until something else clicks. I remember when my brother was learning to play the piano, and my parents often had to tell him it was time to go to bed because he was up late into the night trying. And to make it worse, he was not that good at it at the time. But he kept at it. I lived with him. I know how much he practiced. He practiced all the time. Now, years later, he's an amazing musician. He can play by ear, he can play by notes, he can play multiple instruments. And people can often be heard saying, wow, he has such a gift. Honestly, this is borderline insulting. Listen, achieving your art goals will be difficult. And if you find yourself at the top, it will be because you are standing on a mountain of used pieces of paper with, let's say, questionable scribbles on the majority of them. Yes, learning your scales and chords and your art fundamentals, these are all good. But it's a mere beginning. It will take a long time. Do you know how long I wanted to be able to draw these box mannequins and be able to place them in any position I wanted to? Do you know how many times I've been disappointed at how simple this should be, and yet I still couldn't do it? Do you know how long ago I could draw a box and thought that I could rotate it and do it fairly well, but still just couldn't put them all together to create this mannequin? Do you know how many mistakes are still in these drawings I am currently doing? I can see them myself. I still have a lot of work to do to get better. I know we don't talk about this a lot, but everyone knows the truth. And to be honest, I see this as good news because the ball is really in my court. And it's in your court. If you want to get good, you can. All you have to do is draw consistently and practice for a long time. Now, I know some of you think you are the exception to this rule. I have read your comments. And you say that you have tried this. You have been practicing for a long time and have no results. And to you, I say, show me the sketchbooks you have completed. Just how many sketchbooks have you completed? Not how many sketchbooks you have started. How many have you completed? I checked just now, and found that I started out on A4 printing paper, which is the regular printing paper. And when I stacked it next to my completed sketchbooks, I can guess and say that I am currently on my 11th sketchbook in less than 4 years. These are fully completed. If you think you are an exception to this rule, then I challenge you to show me your sketchbook stack. If you want to learn to draw, you will have to draw a lot. The dark secret is, if you want to get better at art, you have to be willing to do the hard things. And taking a course is not hard. Everyone does it. Doing a fundamental drill is not hard. Everyone does it. Drawing consistently for a month is not hard. Everyone can do a 30-day challenge. But if you pour years of your life consistently into drawing, I will guarantee you results. So which course should you take? Well, you should take the course that keeps you drawing. Which fundamental should you learn first? You should learn the fundamental that keeps you drawing. Which art advice should you follow? You should follow the art advice that keeps you drawing. However, if you want to find an art channel that will keep you drawing, then consider subscribing to this one. And leave a comment or a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.